Okay, so today we're going to show you how to do a quick carburetor cleaning. This is an operation that you will normally do every 4 or 5 rides, depending on the riding conditions. In more dusty environments, you're probably going to do it every couple of 2 or 3 rides, you know, something like that. So this is the carburetor. You have 2 clamps that will require a flathead screwdriver. We already undone that. So we now undo this one. Once you just loosen it, the carb can now tilt. Okay? You need to close the fuel, and the fuel is naturally gonna flow out. Now that it's tilted, you need a Phillips screwdriver to remove the bowl. The carburetor is made out of very little pieces, so you want to be careful where you do it, and you want to be careful not to lose anything. In order to do it properly, you should clean the bike outside first, but you know, we'll pretend we've done that. Alright, now the bowl is ready to go. I'll put my hand under to catch anything that is falling. Okay, now that's the bowl. You can have a look at the fuel that's inside. If your bike was running rough or was turning off or wasn't starting at all, it was probably because there was dirt in there. Or it might be that you left the bike sitting there for too long and the oil dried up and clogged the jets. Either way, this fuel here, you just empty it and we're gonna clean it after. Okay? So here what we have is the float and the 3 jets. We're gonna remove the 3 jets, making sure we don't touch the float too much. The float will you know, it's only held there by a little pin, and it can easily slide on and off. So if you don't plan on cleaning the float and the little pin in there, just try not to touch it, otherwise it's gonna fall off. It's not a big deal if it does. So let's clean it. Let's clean the jets. Now you will need a very small flathead screwdriver, and you need to be careful here. You need to do this slowly and try not to break the jets because they're very delicate. They're made of brass, and they will bend easily if you use too much force. So we just go very gently. We undo them with the screwdriver, and then we take them off by hand. All right. I'll put it there. All right, now it's time to look inside your jets and see what they look like. It's very hard to get this on camera, so Sam, try and see if we can show this.
Go over the white. Yeah, I can see through it.
You can see through. Okay. Now we give it a clean with the compressor. when you give a clean with the compressor, you want to go from inside to the outside. So in this case, we go like that, okay? Now let's see if you can...
Actually, that's heaps better.
Yeah. So there was a little bit of fuel oil in there, okay? Now we do the same with the other ones. All right, so try and show in...
Yep, that's pretty good.
You can say, yeah, that's not bad, but always from inside to the outside.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. And then we have this one.
Yep. Yeah, good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You can use a compressor, you can use something like this, braking parts cleaner, okay? This one, what you can do with this is you can just spray it in there and it will take out all the dirt, everything, all right? With more time, when you want to do a better service, you can take the float off and you can blow compressor always from inside to the outside, and just take the whole thing apart, you know, put it in, put it on the bench and just give it a good thorough clean. What we're showing here is the way to quickly do it so that you can do it more often. So we cleaned the jets, we cleaned the bowl, which we can just blow a little bit of air in there, and we're ready to put the jets back in. As we done before, we'll put them in by hand and we'll give them the final light tighten with the screwdriver. I want to stress the word light. Don't do it tight, it doesn't need to be tight.
Can you mix up where they go?
It's absolutely foolproof. There are 3 different sizes. The middle one is a little bit harder to do it by hand, but it can still be done. Alright, we'll leave it like that. And then we put the other one. Again, once you're taking the jets out, it's up to you how thorough you want to be with the clean. You know, the basic is to clean the jets. Then you can blow air everywhere in there, okay, to make it more clean. But the thing that clogs are the jets. They're not anything else in there. Okay, so now we're ready to tighten it. Let's try and use a clean screwdriver. Very gentle hand tighten will do. These are not subject to any force at all, so they just need enough pressure to stay in place. That's all they need. Okay, you don't want to strip them. Okay, now we're ready to put the bowl back in. And we do everything in reverse. For short, we'll cut the video here. Yeah, start over again.
Yeah, go.
And we take the we start the video back here. Now it's all screwed in properly. We turn it back up like that. Now, before I tighten the 2 clamps, there is this little nipple here and another one on the other side. They are called breathers. so they let outside air in. Now what happens when you let outside air in? You can let in also dirt and all sorts of dirt, water, everything. So the bike generally works all right in this like this, but if you're in heavy, dusty or watery conditions, you might want to consider to put some small hoses on this one and on the other breather at the back. The hoses are very good also, so that it stays cleaner. Okay, now we tighten the clamps. And we see if the bike starts. In addition to this cleanup, obviously you need to clean the air filter with some sort of regularity. But this is the single most important thing in a two-stroke bike, to keep the jets clean, especially a bike of this small capacity, because the jets, as you can see, they're very small and they're easy to be clogged with oil and anything. So let's turn the fuel back on. Let's give a little bit of time for the fuel to flow back into the carby, fill up the carby, and we pull the choke up. Good to go. Have fun.